Academy of Art University's K-Art News is next. Coming up, World Series fever hits San Francisco.
If you think of cosplay conventions, we have a report on a troubling concern that's happening.
A new alternative to Facebook that seems to be more flexible and has no ads.
And the new polish that's supposed to reveal if you're about to be drugs. All that and more coming up on K-Art News.
Good evening and welcome to Academy of Art University's K-Art News. Thanks for joining us. I'm Molly O'Brien.
And I'm Alexa Peters. Here's what we're working on tonight. It's World Series week here in the Bay Area. San Francisco Giants get ready to take on the Kansas City Royals on their home turf. As excited as the Bay is for Giants sealing their spot in the World Series, BART has been preparing for 500,000 plus people commuting in for the games. BART is preparing by adding 2 more cars to its trains and will be running the trains more frequently on game days. Last week, during the National League Championship, BART riders set records for 4th highest ridership.
KFOG, a popular radio station here in San Francisco, is taking no chances for the Royals to be recognized at all during the World Series. Provoked by listeners' complaints, the station has banned a popular pop star Lord's song Royals for the duration of the World Series. No offense, Lord, but we will be a Royals-free zone. We're sure you understand, the radio station posted on its Facebook page earlier this week.
In Ebola news, a 30-person rapid response team put together by the Pentagon will begin civilian care on any additional cases. The team was requested by the Department of Health and Human Services to ensure that the nation is ready to respond quickly. 20 critical care nurses, 5 doctors, and 5 trainers will be trained for 30 days on infectious disease protocol. They will not be sent to West Africa or elsewhere overseas and will be used domestically only. Reports of West Nile virus in California is at a very high level this year. 181 people have come down with it, a big increase compared to the 101 cases reported from last year. The director of the state's public health department expects to see more people become infected this time of the year. The drought and lack of water apparently are limiting the radius of mosquito travel, so they keep biting people nearby. Public health officials say to use insect repellent, wear protective clothing, and make sure window screens and fitted tight to reduce the chance of mosquito bites, which can lead to the virus.
A big shift in IBM's business model. It announced earlier this week that it will no longer be in the chip manufacturing business. It is paying $1.5 billion to global foundries in order to shed its costly chip division to get the chips it needs. IBM's planning to shift its focus on cloud, data and analytics, security, social, and mobile. This deal is expected to close in 2015. Apple Pay is now in effect. That means you can now use the latest iPhone to pay for things. To use it, you must update to the iOS 8.1 operating system, and you need the new iPhone 6 or 6 Plus. Apple Pay can also be used with the new iPads, Air 2, and Mini 3. The new system can be used more than 220,000 retail stores like McDonald's, Macy's, Walgreens, and Chevron gas stations. To pay, you hold down the Touch ID fingerprint sensor and point it at the Apple Pay reader. The new system is estimated to attract more than 60 million iPhone owners by the end of the year.
2 new Apple products are on the market now. With the demand of tablets slowing down, Apple has unveiled a new and improved iPad with a faster processor and better camera. The iPad Air 2 at a 1/4 inch thin also adds features similar to the iPhone, with slow-down motion video, burst shots, and fingerprint sensor instead of a passcode. Apple also released a new high-resolution 27-inch Mac that might appeal to heavy watchers of television over the internet.
One Facebook user has a task he plans on accomplishing. Have coffee with nearly 1,100 of his Facebook friends. Matt Cooliza of Melbourne, Australia is blogging about each of his coffee experiences with his Facebook friends via Tumblr. In the blog, he will post a photo, mention how he knows the friend and what they're up to and what kind of coffee they ordered. He's giving himself a total of 3 years to accomplish this sociable task.
Facebook has been the world's top social media site for the past 5 years. But as I found out, there's a new face of social media called Ello, and it is climbing to the top.
Facebook is the world's biggest and most populated social media site in the world. This past month, Facebook has been in a feud with drag queens because they are not allowed to be themselves on Facebook. Ello is the new answer. Ello is a simple, beautiful, and ad-free social network created by a small group of artists and designers.
Ello is invite only, but invites are easy to come by. You can request one, or you can get one off a friend who already has it.
I'm an Elo user. I've had it for about 3 weeks now. I like it a lot better than Facebook. Facebook, I was just tired of seeing all the unwanted advertisements, and it's just a lot of stuff you sort through that you really don't want to see.
Elo is built for you to have your own personal profile, and there has been 27,000 people signing up every hour for the past 3
I
weeks.
think Elo will be better than Facebook because right now it's being driven from a grassroots perspective, meaning there's no advertisement involved and there's a lot less rules, which allows a lot of people a lot of creative freedom, which is, I think, it's going to help make it more popular than Facebook.
One of the reasons I like Elo is for the two features of the friends and the noise section. I like being able to see what my friends are doing and what they're talking about without being interrupted by all the unwanted ads. The noise section is cool because I can see what's popular right now, like hashtags or kind of what's going on in the world and what people are talking about, so I can stay up to date on things.
With a lot of people signing up and creating a new Elo account, there are still some Facebook strong people.
So Elo won't be successful, in my opinion, because of the fact that it's the same platform, kind of like Google+, and Google+ is not as successful as Facebook. Facebook is just an entity that's so big right now that anything that goes against it will eventually fail. So Elo, Facebook, Google+, Facebook is still number one.
So remember to stay simple, beautiful, and ad-free. In San Francisco, I'm Alexa Peters for Academy of Art University's K-Art News.
After requesting to be an Elo user, Elo takes about 24 hours to get back to you.
After a female cosplayer was found unconscious and badly beaten after a convention in San Diego, the cosplay community has come together to help stop harassments like these. Here's Amanda Camarillo with more on the story.
Cosplay, or costume play, is a popular way convention goers can become their favorite characters. Dressing up and pretending to be these fictional characters from movies, comics, or TV shows has been popular for many years. As the number of both attendees and cosplayers at conventions steadily grow, some serious issues have been raised in the community.
Many cosplayers have reported being groped, followed, and unwillingly photographed. This rise in inappropriate behavior has made convention security rethink their policies.
We really this year tried to rebuild the entire program and make it more effective and make sure that the action behind it was appropriate and swift. And it's all about making a safe environment for everybody. Shows like New York Comic Con should be where people come to have fun and celebrate, not where they have to worry about, frankly, creepy people doing creepy things. So we want to make sure they feel that way.
One of those procedures were signs around the convention center to show the views of their anti-harassment policies and how to report any activity. With these policies in place, it seemed like most cosplayers were feeling safe and having fun at the convention.
Yes, I feel safe cosplaying. I feel fairly safe.
Along with convention security, it seems like most cosplayers have their own ways to keep safe.
Like, I know how to handle myself if I'm in that situation, and I know how to walk away and just stop the conversation. Stop them instantly and back off, right? And if they don't listen, then I will report them, or I'll have my bodyguard over there handle it for me.
With the attention and commitment from the community, convention security, and convention attendees, many are hoping to make harassment a thing of the past. In New York, I'm Amanda Camarillo for Academy of Art University's K-Art News.
As a result, many groups centered around Cosplay is Not Consent have been created. Find them on Facebook for more information. UC Berkeley Police is investigating 9 reports of sexual assault this month, 5 of them happening this past weekend. 5 students reported being assaulted after being given the date rape drug Rufalin at the Delta Kappa Epsilon fraternity party. A report issued in October said that sexual assaults have increased 50% at UC Berkeley in the last year. Earlier, a 21-year-old student had been arrested for 9 of the earlier assaults, but he has since been cleared.
If you're worried about the date rape drug, something new may be changing everything you ever knew about it. 4 college students created a new initiative product. Our own Cody Edmonds has the story.
Soon your nail polish will be able to detect the date rape drug. The innovative new invention called Undercover Colors was created by 4 North Carolina State University College undergrads. It works by changing colors when coming into contact with a date rape drug, more commonly known as a roofie. So all you'll have to do is discreetly dip your hand into your drink at a party or wherever you may be, and the nail polish will change color if the date rape drug is in the drink.
Honestly, when I go out, I feel like guys just try to roofie me all the time. Now, whenever I try to take a drink, I just stick my hand in it, and I know, I've had so many bad experiences.
Although I couldn't reach Undercover Colors for questioning, they do post on their Twitter and Facebook pages every day. And while the drug will be easily accessible for all women, some men are finding it annoying that we have nothing of the type to use for ourselves.
I think it's a little bit sexist, honestly. I mean, rapes happen every day, girls and boys, and they only care about the girls, not the boys,
While the date rape drug seems like a good idea, it's yet to get off the ground because the college kids don't have the money for the resources to make it. With Undercover Colors' Facebook page reaching up to 120,000 likes, they post every day in hopes that people will donate to help their cause. So the next time you're going shopping for nail polish and looking for strawberry margarita or something about spring, look for the nail polish drug detector instead once it comes out. In Richmond, California, I'm Cody Edmonds, reporting for Academy of Art University's KR News.
Studies say that 1 in 5 women will experience a date rape situation sometimes in their life. Another report of a professional athlete connected to a domestic violence incident. Los Angeles Kings defenseman Slava Voinov has been suspended by the National Hockey League as a result of possible domestic abuse. He will continue to collect a paycheck but will not be allowed to practice with the team. No other details about the alleged incident is available at this time. The LA Kings organization is supporting the NHL's decision on suspending him until the matter is resolved. For anything and everything sports related, our very own Daniel Skinner has the dish.
It was a rough week for Urban Knights teams on the road. The Urban Knights men's soccer team hit the pitch Thursday against the Cal Baptist Lancers in Riverside. Senior Toby Sveinson and freshman Dominic Payerchin both netted goals for the Knights, but the team fell 3-2. It was Sveinson's second goal of the year and the first for young midfielder Payerchin. Cal Baptist senior midfielder Paul Oliver scored all 3 goals for the Lancers, including 2 penalty kicks, the first to tie the game, the second the eventual game winner. The Urban Knights then traveled south to San Diego to face off against the Point Loma Nazarene Sea Lions. The game was scoreless heading into the 89th minute when senior forward Matt Rose poked one past the goalkeeper Alejandro Escobedo. Despite the loss, the Urban Knights dominated the run of play in the second half, outshooting the Sea Lions 10-6. This week's losses in Southern California are the second and third consecutive for the Knights, all of which have come from a 1-goal margin of defeat. RU men's soccer will return to San Francisco this week for 2 games against BYU Hawaii and Chaminade University. Things weren't much different for the Urban Knights on the women's side of the pitch this week either. They first lost 5-0 on Thursday to Cal Baptist in Riverside. Senior forward Lindsay Vesling scored a hat trick for the Lancers in the first 10 minutes of play, and the Lancers' lead only grew from that point. Saturday, the Urban Knights lost 2-0 to the Sea Lions of Point Loma Nazarene. The 9 saves from the senior goalkeeper Rachel Rempe just were not enough to rally the Knights to victory. Point Loma outshot the Knights 24-4 and dominated the pace of the game. The losses this week for women's soccer bring the team's record to 1-10, but the Urban Knights look to bounce back at home this week, starting against BYU Hawaii on Thursday. The RU men's and women's cross-country teams both had exciting weekends racing at the Bronco Invitational in Santa Clara Saturday. 6 Knights on the men's team and 6 on the women's team also posted new personal records across 4 different races. Junior Valentin Pepio finished 14th and helped the men's team finish 18th overall. He was the top Division II runner in the men's 8K. Meanwhile, redshirt freshman Michaela Christensen and Kaylin Harbison both finished in the top 50 with personal bests that helped the RU women finish 16th overall. They finished 3rd and 8th among Division II runners. Freshman Mac Marbas, Brett Bermudez, and Mario Sanchez, as well as sophomores Austin Esposito and Logan Means, also reached new personal bests in the men's 8K. Junior Elizabeth Koo, sophomore Emily McCarty, and freshman Erica Taylor, Jamie Morris, and Justin Hinojosa all boasted new personal records at the women's 6K. Next up for Urban Knight runners are Pac West Conference Championships in Fresno on November 7th. Art U's women's volleyball team is red hot after a 3-0 sweep of their Pac West rival Holy Names University. Dynamic sophomore outside hitters Melissa Brum and Emily Papale had 21 and 14 kills in the game as the duo carried the Urban Knights to victory. Holy Names jumped out on an early 8-4 lead on Art U, but the Knights got hot and went on a 5-1 run, evening the set at 9. Freshman middle blocker Margaret Winkler started another 6-1 surge, keeping the momentum in the Knights' favor. Holy Names wouldn't go down easily, though, tying the game at 20. Brum and Papale quickly took over, though, and won the set at 25-23. In the second set, the Hawks answered back with a 13-8 run, but Art U made a 7-1 push, including 3 straight kills by Brum. Holy Names kept it interesting at 21-19, but the Urban Knights earned 6 unanswered points to lead them to a 25-21 win. That momentum lasted well into the third set as the Knights surged ahead 9-3. Junior setter Rachel Smith smashed 2 aces, followed by a third from Brum, adding to the lead. The Hawks claimed their way back in this one to tie it at 15, but the Urban Knights roared back with another 6 unanswered points. The Knights fired on all cylinders as Brum wrapped up the set-winning kill. Following the sweep, the Urban Knights improved to a 9-10 record. Art U makes its final out-of-state road trip to Utah this week with a rematch against Dixie State on Tuesday, October 21st. Be sure to come out and support our athletes anytime you can, sports fan or not, because not only athletes, but artists can back them up too.
Now our own Cody Edmonds has an interview with Nate Gherkin, a college baseball player hoping to get drafted into the MLB.
We're here with Nate Gherkin, an up-and-coming collegiate baseball player who has a chance to get scouted into the major leagues. How you doing, Nate?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. So we've gotten reports recently that you have gotten contacted from scouts.
Yeah, I've gotten a contact from a few scouts, the A's, the Royals, Kansas City, and also the Dodgers.
What kind of conversations have they had with you?
They haven't been in contact directly with me because NCAA rules it's illegal for them to do that, but they've talked to my pitching coach in Vacaville. They like what they see. I had a pretty good year last year. They want to see if I can do it again.
Now, I've heard last year that you broke a whole bunch of your school records. What kind of records did you break?
I broke the most starts by a pitcher. I've started 13 games since I've been at this school. I'm not really sure what other records I broke, but the records I haven't will probably be broken this year.
Well, you've been playing since you were, 5 now?
Yeah.
What's been your motivation this whole time?
My motivation for baseball, I'd have to say it'd be my dad. My dad passed away summer before my freshman year of high school. Didn't play my first 2 years of high school. Didn't think I was going to play ever again. Ended up playing my junior year and ended up getting a scholarship to play Division II baseball. So my motivation is to show him that all his hard work wasn't for nothing.
Well, I'm sure your dad would be proud of you.
I hope so. That's the plan.
What would your dream be?
My dream would be to get my degree and in the same year get drafted and play professional baseball.
You know, I noticed you have an athletics sweater on, but I have to ask, if you could, what team would you want to be drafted to?
If I had to pick, I'd probably pick the Athletics because growing up in the Bay Area, my mom was an A's fan. Grew up around the A's, so I think that would be a dream come true to play for your hometown team.
Do you have anyone you look up to right now that gives you advice, shows you the way?
Probably my pitching coach in Vacaville. He got drafted when he was young, he got hurt, and he's just been showing me pretty much what to do, things to do the right way, and what scouts are looking for. And I feel like if I do everything he says, then I should be on the right track and hopefully be gone here in June come of next year.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any advice for little kids that are looking up to you right now as a college player, potentially getting drafted?
As a little kid, I would just tell them to just keep at it. So many people told me that I'd never be here and I didn't throw hard enough or I didn't do this right. And I mean, they keep talking, but you just got to keep working hard and just proving them wrong every time.
Is there anyone in this season that you're looking forward to facing?
Probably our rivals be Holy Names. We always play them tough, and we always seem to get in little skirmishes with them, so Holy Names is always a fun game to play.
Thanks, Cody, for that interview. Now we go to Alexis Moore with an update on events here at AAU.
Gatorade Pong at Academy of Art now has 2 new champions. Students and faculty participated in the SAC-sponsored event in an attempt to raise alcohol awareness. Switching the more commonly used beer for Gatorade, teams of two battled at the 601 Brandon Street courts for bragging rights and fun. AAU softball players Ariel Ajimura and Haley McDonald were crowned champions at the end of the tournament. They weren't the only winners, though, as each team donated $10 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Stay tuned for more announcements about fun activities for everyone held by SAC. Another hot topic around campus is student access to the Adobe Creative Cloud software. These software programs include Adobe Photoshop, Dreamweaver, and Illustrator and are essential to many Academy students completing work and projects. Several students claim Adobe and Academy administration are taking away the software and making them pay monthly fees to use it. AAU has responded by saying the payments only apply to graduates, despite claims from current students that their software is now restricted. Both the Academy of Art and Adobe are teaming up to resolve this issue. Academy Idol is now going strong in its 4th season here at AAU. Contestants from all over the school have been competing for the opportunity to be on an actual TV singing competition. You can stop by 79 New Montgomery Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. to see and hear the action, or check out the live stream on academyidol.com at the same time. Be sure to visit the website for more information and updates. This Sunday, all Academy of Art student athletes and coaches will attend a meeting on sexual harassment and assault. Recently, there have been many cases of sexual misconduct in the sports world occurring and being reported. The AAU athletic department, coaches, and athletes are trying to be proactive in solving this problem. The meeting will be from 4 to 6 p.m. at the auditorium on 491 Post Street. If you're a fan of fine art, then you won't want to miss AAU's 19th annual Faculty and Alumni Fine Art Auction on Saturday, November 8th. Held at the galleries at the Cannery in the North Beach District, many works of art will be on display. The event will have both a live and silent auction, with proceeds benefiting the AAU Student Scholarship Fund. Check out the Academy's Facebook page for more information. The Academy's School of Fashion is happy to announce the 7th issue of 180 magazine is now available for download on iPad. The free app includes several works from students in different majors here at AAU. Visit the Apple App Store to read reviews, download the app, and support your fellow Urban Knights. And that's the latest here at AAU.
Thanks, Alexis. An online petition with over 50,000 signatures is being circulated to change the Waldo Tunnel in Marin County to be named after Robin Williams. A Democratic Assemblyman stated that with the bridge painted rainbow on the outside, it will bring joy and happiness to people who drive through it, just like the joy and laughter that Robin brought to so many. It is estimated to cost $6,000 for the name change and will be introduced in December.
Oscar-winning Disney film Frozen has been a top trending Halloween costume purchase these past couple of weeks. Among the top 5 trending costumes in America, 3 characters from Frozen are on the list: the Ice Princess Elsa, the cute little snowman Olaf, and Elsa's younger sister Anna. The other 2 in our top 5 are also movie-inspired costumes from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Maleficent. Now we go to Joey Marchini for the latest in this week's entertainment.
Thanks, Lex. With Halloween right around the corner, there's one movie that's guaranteed to give you a good scare. Ouija, the supernatural horror film, is about a group of friends that must confront their most terrifying fears when they awaken the dark powers of an ancient spirit board. Let's take a peek.
What's going on? I just don't want to go out tonight. You sure you don't want to come? I'm good. Go have fun.
Directed by Styles White and starring Olivia Cook, Anna Koto, and Darren Kagasoff, the horror film will be scaring theatergoers starting Friday, October 24th. If you're more of a stay-at-home type, there's a TV series that might interest you. The new fantasy horror series, Constantine, is about a man struggling with his faith that is haunted by the sins of his past, but is suddenly thrust into a role of defending humanity and gathering the forces of darkness.
My name is John Constantine. I'll walk my path alone, because who'd be crazy enough to walk it with me?
You damned a girl to hell.
Help us save your sorry soul.
Starring Matt Ryan, the series starts on Friday, October 24th at 10 p.m. on NBC. Be sure to check that out. Make Way for the Queen. The Hollywood Film Awards officially announced that actress, musician, and talk show host Queen Latifah will host this year's ceremony on November 14th at 8 p.m. on CBS. This will be the first time that the awards show will be broadcast live on TV. Latifah says, "I'm honored to be a part of such a legendary awards show. The Hollywood Film Awards have been a staple in the awards season for years, and I'm excited to be the first host to bring them to television." Lil Wayne is back at it again, getting ready to release his 11th studio album named The Carter 5. After being delayed numerous times, the album is set to drop on October 28th by Young Money Entertainment. The album has been supported by 3 singles so far: Believe Me featuring Drake, Crazy, and Grind It. Wayne says he will be going into retirement after its release, making this his final work. That's it for tonight's entertainment report. Join us tomorrow night for more.
Thanks, Joey. The music may be over, but the memories of this month's Hardly Strictly Bluegrass Festival linger on. KR News reporter Elise Oldham explains what makes this event so unique and special.
Hardly Strictly Bluegrass Festival, a free festival in Golden Gate Park, San Francisco, features over 100 musical artists on 7 different stages. Subsidized by San Francisco venture capitalist Warren Hellman, the festival has been held every year since the first event in 2001.
Greetings, jambalaya at the Bluegrass Festival in San Francisco. Awesome time. We just lost one. Great food. Awesome.
The festival offers food from a wide range of vendors and food trucks. For some performers, the unique fact that the event is unsponsored is very important to character. The festival name was changed at the very first festival in 2001 when Emmylou Harris played with her not strictly bluegrass band. Hellman was a fan of her bluegrass sound under the band name Nash Ramblers, but at the time she was touring as Spyboy. She played the festival as Spyboy, which had a New Orleans-style rhythm section. Hellman didn't complain, and Hardly was eventually added to the name of the festival in 2004. Every year, thousands of people flock to Golden Gate Park for the Bluegrass Festival. The festival has been listed on SF Gates' Things You Must Do in the Bay Area Before You Die.
Yeah, I was one of those like little kids you see with like the 40-year-old parents that are just jamming out, and I'm like running around and dancing. I don't know. I feel like I've been coming like the length that it's existed in my life. Bluegrass is definitely underrated. So definitely.
The Bluegrass Festival is held every year and is welcome to guests of all ages.
That's it for this edition of Academy of Art University's K-Art News. For everyone here, thanks for joining us. I'm Alexa Peters.
And I'm Molly O'Brien. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. Have a great evening and go Giants.